Well, thank you for having me here today. This is great to be here. And I'm excited to share a little bit about my book and a little bit about what I've learned in my career. Now, here's what I know with an audience this size. We have a few different people here. We have some people who love their career. They're loving it. Maybe they're in a new role, they're in a new job, they're energized, they're pumped up. They are loving it. And then there are some people who are just more content. They like what they do, they don't love what they do, but there's always new things, new projects, new plans, new products, new pricing, everything, right? That you keep yourself busy and you keep yourself growing and you're content where you are. And then we have these people, Mr. Oblong face guy right here, okay? This guy feels stuck. He feels like the harder he works, the slower he moves in his career. And to answer the most pressing question on your mind, yes, I drew these myself. I'm quite talented, as you can tell, and there's a reason I am not an artist, as you can tell. But, you know, there are people who do feel stuck, and here's the thing. Even if you are loving your career, even if you love what you do, you know with any experience that you can go from loving your career to feeling stuck in just an instant. You have to be constantly working at your career and the enjoyment and the fulfillment of your career. And so whether you feel stuck today or whether you are loving your job or you're content where you are, I'm hoping you will take something out of my A.P.P.L.E model that you can either use to prevent from getting stuck or you can help get you out of career quicksand. So my book is broken into 5 different sections that spell A.P.P.L.E, and I'm going to take you through each one today. Let's get started with A+ attitude. So attitude is pretty important, and when I think about attitude, I think about when I lived in Los Angeles. I'm from Southern California, that's why I'm a little crazy. That helps explain it. And I was working in California, and I got a job in entertainment marketing. Pretty cool, right? And it was about the 3rd day on the job when my boss was visiting from San Antonio, and he said, hey, can you meet me in the office at 8:30? And I didn't want to tell him nobody in LA works before 9, but I said, sure, yeah, I'll meet you there at 8:30. And I get in my car, and you know, I'm not real experienced with my commute, and it had been, I'd hit some traffic the previous couple of days, but I thought, you know, no big deal, it'll be cool. I get in the car, I'm driving, and I am driving, and I am still driving, and I glance down, it's 8 a.m. and I'm not even halfway to work. And when I got to work at 9:30, and I talked to my boss, he had sat on the ground for 30 minutes waiting for someone to let him in the office, my new boss. And I was pretty embarrassed, and I sat in my office, and I thought, I just signed up for a 4-hour-a-day commute in this job. And I could have sat there and felt nice and sorry for myself and been upset about it, but here's what I decided to do. I had wanted this job. I had wanted to be in marketing, and I had gotten this job. So I made a decision right then and there, I would never complain about my commute. And in the 5 years I did that 4-hour commute, I complained less than the digits on this hand. And because I wasn't complaining and I was trying to make the best of it, I said, well, what can I do to fill my time on the bus? And I realized I could go back to school and get my MBA. And so yes, I got my MBA on a bus. One of the few. But I decided that I would have a positive attitude about it. And that's what's important about attitude. It's a spark. Being from Southern California, I'm very familiar with wildfires. And all it takes is one match to destroy thousands of acres of land. And I think that's true with our careers. One match, one strike of a bad attitude, a complaint, turns into another complaint, turns into, oh my gosh, turns into, I hate this job, turns into, who are they to tell me what to do? And why do I even work at this stupid place, right? So attitude is so important. It's really important that you make a decision, because if you don't choose to have a good attitude, it's not going to naturally happen. It's natural to complain, and it's natural to be upset. It's harder to choose to have a good attitude. But it can be the critical piece to you having a great career and not feeling stuck. So if you're in career quicksand today, the first place I'm going to take you to look is your attitude. It's one of the simplest things you can do to change, to feel more engaged about your job. And so at the end of every section, I'm going to give you one of these, a Reagan's rule. And here's my Reagan's rule. The right attitude is the key to your success. It's so critical to have that positive, lean forward attitude.